Ну, поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море. Ну, поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море.
Понял.
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 Apologies for the lack of introduction, but welcome to the Falke Rally, day 2. We are currently viewing Mr. Tayos' vehicle, passing through Super Stage 3. I apologize. Yes, Apsirukelai. As you can see, he's doing very fast turns right now. They are pushing very hard. No need for any introduction on this. And oh my god, he's already crashed. But that's no issue because he continues at the track. And we should get the leaderboard out any moment now. Race fully green flag. Right for the final corners. And over over this corner. It gets a little bit tighter. On the pre-finish. And there's nothing else left to do. So we go to finish. And that's it for Apsirukelai. Now for the next vehicle, as you can see, this is a very fast track. You're gonna have to stop that. We have to check that stuff too. For now, this is the provisionary time. I stopped it a little bit too fast, too slow. Apologize. So let's see how that looks in the leaderboard. Whatever the hell it is. Background, leaderboard. She's not supposed to ignore that. So, that puts Apsirukelai with an official time of 1 second, with 1 minute and 2 seconds. So that is 1.02.949. So you not have to use it. So we'll not have to use the backup timer for now. That's very good. Okay, so let's set time to. And perfect. We are ready for the next vehicle. Let's see how will he go. So. The next vehicle is Falke's Policias. As you can see, they've had a minor vehicle change because we have determined that their vehicle fits the Falke Rally standards and not continue after they start racing. Four, three, two, one, go. And they're off. Falke police are off. Let's see how their vehicle will do in this rally. Right now they're pushing through the highway. To be honest, it looks quite slow to me, so I'm not sure this vehicle change was the best for them. But we'll see later on. Maybe I'm judging too fast. Goes through these corners and they've spun up. They spun up, but that does not stop them. They are already wearing P0 wheels. I'm not sure. We have to check how legal that is. I'm sure it was organized. They just have those. I don't see no issue with those for now. Through this highway section, as the police watch, more fans. Through the highway. And into that small town where the final corners in sector 3 are located. Not too mediocre. They're pushing it very hard. Not many crashes. That puts their time at a grand total of provisionary 1 minute and 18 seconds. So next, we have done a small trick. It's actually 1:16.0.4, so we want to use the backup timer for this one. Let's see, yes. 1:16.304. And next up is Mid-Spin Motorsports, with the driver being Lennis for today. So let's see. Ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! And Lennis sets off in the Mid-Spin Motorsports vehicle. Under his command, he goes very fast through the highway and into the smaller, and as it gets tighter, he still keeps pushing it very nicely through. Over to the highway section. You clearly see that maybe switching the drivers might not have been the best idea, but you'll see how it pays off, as I'm making assumptions way too fast here. I should definitely stop doing that stuff. Still, they're going very fast with this corner, and oh no, that's been a crash, but that still does not stop them from moving on into sector 3, through the last corners, narrowly avoiding those lamps, and over the road, into pre-finish, and the final Fairvian, into the finish. That puts their time at a new best at 00:58, so I definitely said that too fast. I should have not said that stuff. He's actually very fast. Maybe that was a great idea. Let's see how that will be for Super Stage 4. And now next up we have Commander Bukita Racing, with the driver being Unidosen. Okay, so that's set time 00:58, 94. Which puts them in first place for now. 4 seconds ahead of the second place driver. So let's see how well these guys will do. Ready? Actually. Okay, watch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And up. Bukita Racing is up through the highway section. Passing by, as you can clearly see, Super Stage 4, which is on the same highway. That's an interesting fact I just wanted to say. The number 2 vehicle passes off to the highway and the smaller roads, narrowly avoiding landing in a grave, but that's a very good time-saving method. Off to the main stage, greeting the fans, the headlights, and off to section 3. Once again, doing the safe road, but definitely cutting that very nicely. You see how that time will save them. Through the pre-finish, finish, and finally, they have set a new time record of 00:56.03 on the backup timer. So next up we have. So now let's do. Now that more than half the grid is passed, we have to do a final time check. See, we're basically ready, but we still have to do one more time check. Delete. So now we're gonna get confirmation from our right mem that they are ready, and they should be ready to start for the pre-final car. Okay, perfect, they're ready, they seem to be ready. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, is a timer, 1, and it's a go. And they're off. Baldur Shayan Nafta is the main driver, being our 8M for today. With a massive Red Bull livery sponsor, which in my opinion looks very nice actually on the vehicle. Off the highway, pushing very nicely, maybe taking that a little bit more too carefully. Speeding up again. Let's see if this day won't be landing in the grave. Not yet, no. Still pushing very nicely. Is taking this definitely very attentively, trying to not risk anything. They're playing it safe. Time is just 40 seconds. Maybe a little bit faster here for the highway section. Still pushing too fastly. Oh, that's my crash. That's my crash. That's a recent vehicle. Better to stop them from finishing the rally. Another crash. Cutting it here like this to save time. And they're getting very close to pre-finish. Through pre-finish. Into the final hairpin. Into the finish with a time of a provisionary time of 1 minute 14 seconds and 05 and 50 milliseconds. So that's Baldur Shayan Nafta for you. Which currently places them in 4th place. And now we will have the final vehicle. It was updated, so that will be. So the next and final vehicle we'll be passing through Super Stage 3 today will be Ironas with the vehicle with number 14 in the I forgot. So what was your team called? Eros Racing, okay. So that's Eros Racing, we'll see how well they do as the last drivers. 4, 3, 2, 1, and off. Didn't receive the go command, so that's gonna be a 5-second jumpstart penalty. Unfortunately for them. And oh my god, they're already up to the gravel. Continue. They seem to be struggling. Trying to get out of the gravel pit. And they get out of the gravel pit very nicely without needing the help of firefighters. And they've run into a gravel pit again. This is very unfortunate for them. They could have done this much more brilliantly. And they run into the galleon's side. That's not very good either. Onto the pants. And another crash. They don't seem to be doing too nicely, unfortunately. And in the crash to the bone. This is very poor for them, that's very sad to see. This is very nice. Running through at the same time, but it's unfortunately in vain, and they won't be able to do much about it. Off of pre-finish to the finish, and one more time for the start, which probably puts their time at 0.47, 0.49, but according to 5-second time penalty. That gives them 5 more seconds, in the result giving them 52 seconds and 490 seconds, which is very unfortunate. They might be discussing a driver change thing later on, we will see how that goes. So that means that at this moment it is Meatspeed Motorsports in first place. Actually, no, it's not Meatspeed Motorsports. I forgot. I apologize. It's Bokita Racing currently in first place. Does not mean Motorsports still takes second place. Super Stage 3 winner. So that means it's no longer green flagged, it's checkered flagged. And that means Bokita is Super Stage 3 winner. And I gotta check all the times to make sure they are truly the winner. I apologize. So now let's see the sweeper. Now let's see the sweeper car get into motion. As you can see, the sweeper car moves through the rally. This will take some time. Oh, and the sweeper car crashed. This isn't going very too well for the sweeper car. I'm sure the driver won't be fired after this one. Nearly missing falling in the gravel pit. But the speed isn't the main concern, it's driver safety and fan safety. So as long as they aren't in the pit, I'm sure they will be fine. Oh no, they're going to the pit! In the pit, in the pit, in the pit! This does not look very good for the pacer car. For the safety car, and they're off. They've made it through the pit without any major incident. Greeting the fans, which seems to be acting very safely, fortunately, and not like day one, where we had at least 2 cases of people going on the track trying to get more close to drivers, which we remind you is very dangerous. It's something you should definitely be doing. It will probably get you killed. If it won't get you killed, it will get you majorly injured. And if it won't get you majorly injured, it might get you minorly injured. And if you won't get minorly injured, then you will be banned from participating in the Falke Rally as a spectator, because you've shown yourself to be very dangerous. And so the pacer cars finally gone through, checked everything. Fortunately, everything is safe. So now we can check the final times for today, which are visible in front of you, right here. And that means Unidosen has the real time of 0.004, 540 seconds and 208. Meatspeed Motorsports has 56 seconds instead, 940. Apskiritai should still have the same times. Yep, Baltoshaya Nafta should have 112 now, 151. Then Falke Police should have 116, as previously mentioned, and Arrow has, let's see, what is it? 147. No, it says, no, the pencil, no, it gets a 5 seconds penalty. Oops. So officially proves that Bokita Racing is Super Stage 3 official winner. Congratulations! We will now return to you when we get to Super Stage 4, and then after that, when we get to the podium ceremony, where we will finally know who the drivers truly are. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in about 5 or 10 or so minutes. Goodbye.
Ну, поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море.
Понял.
Okay, so welcome back to the Falke Rally. It's the last stage, unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, because everyone seems to want to just go home already. I've already confirmed that unfortunately we don't have 3 drivers today, so that's why it's maybe not as hectic as before, but we still can have some good racing here, I hope, for the last stage. It's mostly straight highways, so let's see how they'll be doing at their best. So, first team is Falke, as always. You'll now connect to them. So, FOV60. Let's change the FOV a little bit. Okay, perfect. Now let's check for the readiness. They should be ready. Perfect. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go! And they're off. For the last time, we are starting the Falke Rally Super Stage 4. So it's Team Falke, currently going very fast through these parts. Fun fact, this part is actually part of Super Stage 2, but we are just losing it again because we don't have much space in the municipality for this much racing. Oh no, they've already crashed! They've crashed into the barrier, into the tire barrier. But we continue nevertheless. For the best section, let's see how much they will be able to pick up and hopefully save them from further crashes. So we see section. This is green flagged. Oh no, they've crashed once more again, unfortunately. Hopefully they won't be able to do the one again. And for the gas station section. And for the highway, we should be getting close to sector 3. And continuing fast, very fast through the roundabout section. They definitely okay, actually they get more attentively now, very carefully. And off to the most hardest section yet. They might just crash, they might not crash, but we'll see how safe it is there. And they crash, unfortunately. At most of the time. I can tell it's gonna be a very dangerous section for more drivers later on. But now they come to the finish, and they're off. With a provisionary time of 1 minute 38 seconds and 500 milliseconds. So that is currently putting them in first place because they're the first drivers. So, Falke 1:38.50 provisionary time. So, next up we have the Falke police team. For 3, 2, 1, and they're off. They should be off. Yes, correct. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds. You're passing by very fast through this area. Let's see how they're team compliant. Their new kind of I'm just gonna call it a breakthrough in research will look like, as this is compliant to Falke Rally standards. Upon closer inspection, we have performed this. A reminder again, viewers. They're definitely taking more attentively, so I'm not sure what the point was of changing the vehicle, as it's brutally slow. From at least my point of view, it's still brutally slow. But it might just have better turning rates. So we'll see how that will help them in getting good in getting good results for Super Stage 4. Through the gas station section. And off to getting close to to sector 3 once again. We'll see how that guy will be able to navigate the hairpin. To Super Stage 3 start. The roundabout goes actually quite smoothly, which is very good to see. And now the hardest section of the end of the Falke Rally, we'll see how well it goes. And they survive, which is amazing to see. And that means they have a pre-finish, finish, and that's it. 1 minute 46. Provisionary time of 1 minute and 42 seconds. No, 42 seconds and 380 milliseconds, which unfortunately still doesn't mean they beat a car which crashed multiple times. So I'm not sure what the plan was for the police to get a slower vehicle and try to win rallies with it. So, but that's gonna be their own issue. I'm not judging. So next up we have Mid-Speed Motorsports with Lennis once more. So Mid-Speed Motorsports with Yildirim Kebab and Go, Bulgarian News Agency, and Jump Shooter Kebabaya, the main sponsor, and I stay. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Mid-Speed Motorsports is off for the last time. We'll see how much the dominance will continue to Super Stage 4. Off through the first corners, the highway section. Judging it very accurately and smoothly. Driver Lennis is doing it. And now it gets much more louder. They gotta be very careful with this one. They don't want to crash. Very nice deep through there, very solid. To the gas station section, they are moving in very nicely through these corners indeed. Now on the highway once more, and into the roundabout section. You're gonna just pass 1 minute now, which is very fast for this team, and maybe for the whole rally, for the entirety of Super Stage 4 even. Very good drivers from this team so far. We'll see how that happens as they pass through the hardest section and the pre-finish and finish, which puts currently the time provisionally at 1 minute and 13 seconds, which now puts them into first place of the Falke Rally. We'll see if they will be able to, if anyone else will be able to dethrone these drivers. So, next up we have Falke Racing, the winners in the last Super Stage. So, let's see how ready these guys are. Falke Racing. Are they ready? And they confirm that they are indeed ready for the final time. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's a go! For the final time for the Falke Rally team. We'll see how the best dominance will continue this day. If they will be able to push out Mid-Speed Motorsports. We have very good drivers from this team. Also, definitely taking it very much more faster. Definitely putting it more riskfully, but we'll see how that level goes. High speed through these sections. And it gets now over. Will they crash or not? Let's see. And they navigate it very nicely indeed. Over the gassing sections. Very fast stuff. And they're off once more on the highway. perfect work here. Off in the roundabout, nearly crashing, and oh no, they're crashed. They're getting stuck, they might be stuck. But they quickly resolve themselves and continue pushing on. They have around 6-7 more seconds to beat Miss Motorsport. Let's see if they're able to do it. Probably not, but I'm not judging. 13, 14, after free finish. And to finish, and the current percent provisionary time at 1 minute and 19 seconds. Which currently puts them in second place with Mid-Spin Motorsports. Remember that these times are purely provisional using these backup methods. As you can see, the leaderboard is working and I will be fixing these times, but these times still serve as a visually notice to see how well each time is performing. So next up we have Baltur's Choy on Nafta. Let's see, these guys are ready. Baltur's Choy on Nafta, the graphics here. And we are ready. So 5, 4, this is the time. 3, 2, 1, and they are off. For the last time, Baltur's Choy on Nafta. Moving it very nicely through its corners. A little bit of a wiggle. This might be a little bit more risky, but we'll see how that will pay off for them. The car might just not be too stable. Oh, and they're into the gravel pit. Let's see how they'll be able to resolve the situation. The driver is getting out, and he's pulling out. He's pulling out the vehicle using strings. You'll see here the 5 others in need. So high speed. High speed helps. Will help. And it helps. And he's out. It immediately crashes into a speed sign. To highway sign. But do not be demotivated. I'm sure these guys can continue very nicely. And they continue on being up, and they continue racing. No surrender, no capitulation. Very great resilience from this team so far. Into the highway section. Small drift over there. Might be kind of like a little bit of a tank. But they have not crashed again yet. Very fast here. And into the rebound section. Let's see if they survive. Small crash. They're trying very well. Ooh, and they're off much more. They managed to push 2 minutes, unfortunately. They keep moving. Without stopping, and they never give up. And through the car section, they survive. And to pre-finish, and into finish with a oh wow, no! He's off the bridge, he's crashed! He's off the bridge! Oh, it's very dangerous stuff for them. We'll see how they'll be able to push them. This is some quality stuff right here. We definitely need some firefighters on this one. I wonder where they are. That's very smooth. Let's see how they'll be able to finish from the other side. Second path for trying to cash for the forest. For the finish. Engine problems. Is it really engine problems? Are they stopped? Yeah, I can't believe it. They don't have fuel? What's going on? What's going on? Jeez. Oh my god, they're spilling engine fuel. This is not very good. Not very good at all for this team. Remember that I'm still kicking? They might have to start pushing it through. What are they doing? Why are the cigarettes coming out of the vehicle? What? Literally intentionally sandbagging for something? I don't understand. What's going on? What's going on here? This is some quality stuff you can't see in any other rally network, man. This is the Falke Rally. This is what it's about. It's being weird. and funny. They really stopped. Has the vehicle really died? This is... Jesus. No. What? I'm still confused. No way. So we'll have to... The red flag is raised definitely. This is some serious stuff. Red flag, red flag. Vehicle is stuck on the highway. We're getting some organizers on board. Of course, to the timer, they might have to be able to cut to it soon. This is gonna be some serious stuff. I think the vehicle is leaking oil. And oh my god, I'm getting some serious calls from here. One moment. You have contacted the firefighting department. They should be coming back here any moment. And I think they're arriving already. This is some serious stuff here. Whole rally red flagged. This is probably for the second time red flagged. I haven't really counted. And the vehicle seems to be gone. Suddenly combusted. In the lights. The police arrive. Our cameraman's on the scene. Like with an explosion, and they might have just gotten the vehicle back alive. So that means their vehicle might just not be unable to finish the rally, unfortunately. And we'll give them a DNF if they're unable to finish it. They'll now be moved onto the tow vehicle, which will put them into mechanics, and hopefully the next time they will be able to do it better. So now let's write, so people understand what's exactly going on. Minor recap. And the firefighters arrived, and they are sparing the vehicles. So basically, minor recap, what is going on? Basically, this vehicle spit out cigarettes, engine oil, but that could also just be blood from the lungs. The firefighters has also arrived. Luckily, my count has worked. Oh my god, this is some serious stuff. And now the car got on fire, but luckily the firefighters arrived, so they put it out. And we'll see all these guys will be to clean up the mess. And the vehicle is being pushed into the tow vehicle. So that means the restart time should be in approximately 20, while the whole mess is cleaned up. This is some serious stuff. 9:20 Eastern European Standard Time. So that's about 8 minutes of more cleaning up. Whoa, this is serious. I might have to take an intermission for this, but the scenes are just too interesting for now. This is some massive action right now. My lord. This is some serious stuff that has never been seen in a Baltic Rally Cup event ever. This will certainly be remembered for history. What's going on with the firefighters? Did the firefighters just die? Do we have an unresponsive firefighter in here on the scene? We might have to censor this scene one moment. Put the camera away, please. Thank you. Jeez. Sure. Apparently the firefighter has a period, according to the driver, whose car is currently suffering major engine problems. Just a normal menstrual strike. We will see what goes on when we have to count all these points up and all the penalties, etc, etc, etc. What it seems like now, this car that Baltushchai Nafta might just be out of the rally now. I'm not sure. There's no way. I don't think there's any other way they can continue with their car in such a terrible state. I think it's over for them, unfortunately. Okay, now we can put the fireman back. The fireman's out of the scene. Jeez. And the vehicle's being pulled out of the scene. At least the driver is alive and well. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So that's great to see that the driver has survived. And then no one's injured. That's all that matters in the end. It doesn't matter how expensive all these vehicles are. As long as everyone can still come back home to their families and loved ones and friends. That's all that matters. So, and luckily for us, the scene is cleared up, so we'll be able to start on time in about a few minutes. So that means, unfortunately, Baltushchai Nafta will have to be DNF'd for this time. And now we have the next drivers. Iron. So let's set the vehicles. So let's set our cameras onto them. Okay, so we'll see if we can confirm that the rally is able to restart. Organizers. Yes. So we are talking with the organizers if they will be able to restart the rally at this moment. Okay, we are ready for green flag conditions. That means the race is ready to be green flagged for the last time, hopefully. So let's see whose vehicle this was. It was Apsiros Eros X. Eros X, perfect. Of course, let's see this. So now that we have cleaned this up, the organizers have determined that the race is to restart at this moment. The rally to is. So that's from red flag to green flag for normal rally conditions. see the confirmation from the driver. Are they ready for the Falke Rally? And they are ready for the Falke Rally, so let's start the countdown. 5, 4, go, go, jump start, another jump start unfortunately. Move! What is this driver doing? What's going on? Move! Go! This driver is clearly being overrun by the organizers, as you can see. Let me pause this one moment. In case the driver can't hear, let me switch my organizer here.
Hello, this is the organizer. I say immediately to this car, number 14, to move, and they're finally off. So thank you, Mr. Commentator, for telling this guy to move. So that's it. Goodbye. We're gonna go watch the race now.
So that's the voice guy was one of the organizers. As you can see, the time is still moving, so I'm not sure if the penalty will be counted for them. Probably not, since they're already extremely late. As you can see, the verdict has just been administered. There will be no penalty for this vehicle, as they have already wasted lots of time. Either way, as I wanted to say for the last time, the Falke Rally vehicles continue moving. But I don't think, obviously this vehicle won't be taking first spot, almost. Oh my god, there's another lunatic on the track once again! I wonder who could that be? Is it the same lunatic as before? Is the driver crashed? Who is that? He's jumping around. He's saying something, but I can't hear. We can't hear it. And the driver has been narrowly avoided. The lunatic on the track on space 3 and through the hardest section. And they crash again. I told you guys it's going to be very dangerous stuff here. So, for a pre-finish, hopefully they won't be crashing on the bridge like the last driver did. And into the finish! With a provisionary time of 2 minutes and 36 and 65. At least they finished the rally, unlike the previous vehicle. So, these are all the times. The rally has been checkered. So, that currently puts Midfield Motorsports as a provisionary winner, but we expect to determine who will actually win the Falke Rally. And who will win the Falke Rally entirely from the standing points. So, we have Midfield Motorsports. As a provisionary Super Stage 4 winner, and possibly even the winner of the entire Falke Rally, but we still have to determine that. So now let's switch to our main driver. Now let's switch to our pace car. We're making their way. Back to the rallies. Back to the Super Stage 4 end. And they're off. So while this driver is going through Super Stage 4, the finish, we can talk about, well, probably just to anyone who just joined for whatever reason, what's currently going on. Basically, we had a very serious situation. Super Stage 3 passed off as normal, but Super Stage 4, oh, that was very serious stuff. It's always at the end, isn't it? Where all this stuff happens. The pace can also be joined by a police vehicle. Actually not. We'll continue without. this car should have definitely been called when this car should have definitely been called when Dylan got on the track for the last vehicle. But all that remains now is to determine who wins the Falke Rally, Super Stage 4 and in entirety, and we'll get back to you later. As you can see, all the times on the leaderboard are currently provisional, taken from the backup methods. We'll be filling in the official times soon, when the organizers get back to the finish. Ignore those noises. Just enjoy the footage. And the pace car approaches the pre-finish and the finish. And finally we'll get the final times. You can see the small Latvian flag being placed over there for the Latvian driver, Lenis. We might just be able to get on with the ceremonies immediately, but we might just also have the intervision moment. Well, it count out the points. You'll see. And the Bismarck finally approaches the ceremonial area, where all the drivers are already waiting. And now we'll be able to tell who has won the Falke Rally. As it gets dark. So now we can check the times. Which should be available for you on the screen right now. The final ones. Here you go. No more distractions. These are all the times that they are. So let's see. Finish. Clearly the board manufactured, so we're gonna keep the time. So we're gonna keep that time. For Bukita Racing. So that means Aero's time was 2:36. I don't know, no, never mind. So Baltush Nafta today DNF 2:36. 2:36. I voted in the wrong area. I apologize. So now we have Matt, whose real time is 1:36. 1:36. 1:46. And now we have a count. Granta's time was not counted here. Clearly it's counted, so we have to find it out. of the times will remain provisionary as they are, but still Mitsubishi Motorsports remains the Super Stage 4 winner officially. So congratulations to Mitsubishi Motorsports for officially being in first place for Super Stage 4. We'll get back to you later on when we finally determine all the times and if only the podium winner ceremony can begin, which will be in about 10 minutes or so. So thank you for watching Super Stage 4, and I'll be back with you in about 4:21:40 when the podium ceremony finally starts. For now, goodbye.
Ну, поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море.
Понял.
Поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море.
Понял.
Поехали куда-нибудь вместе. На море.
Понял.
So, welcome back to the Falke Rally. We have finally determined the winners. Moment about chasing. Ignore that. Okay, so the organizers might have a small argument there, but we can finally get on the point. Okay, so now everyone's been told to watch the stream. Let's see how that goes. See all the vehicles. As you can see, always perform. So, so welcome. Ignore that echo. Welcome to the Falke Rally. Congratulations to I make this actually a better one moment. What can I do here? Spend. Let's see what this does. Okay, anyways, my microphone should sound amazing right now, so I haven't tested this out. What is this? What are these buttons mean? Anyways. Okay, so welcome all racers of the Falke Rally. Today I congratulate everyone who raced in the Falke Rally. Basically, we have just gone through 4 super stages and we have finally determined the winner of the Falke Rally 2025. So, without further ado, we can begin the podium celebration ceremony. So, in first place, we have Falke. Congratulations to Falke in first place. As you can see, their fan vehicle is now on the podium and the driver should be coming on stage any moment to their very well deserved space. Where are they exactly? I don't know. Here they are. They should be coming on any moment now. For drivers. Our glorious podium setters in first place. Here we are. Perfect. Now, in second place, as the runner-ups, they surely could have won the Falke Rally if they tried a little bit more, but unfortunately they did not. In second place, we have Bukita Racing. Congratulations. The car should be on stage right now. Any moment now. Bukita Racing. Congratulations to Bukita Racing for taking the second spot in the Falke Rally, the runner-up spot. Applause. Wrong audio, sorry. As you can see, the glorious drivers are on stage right now. Our glorious runner-ups. And now let's see their vehicle go on stage. Their fan vehicle. One moment.
These are the police. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with me, but they're just providing me protection right now. Congratulations. Very nice. So now this is gonna be some big steps. So let me make some space for our winners. I'll stay right here. And well, I don't have any much more time to waste. So in first place, we have no one other than the team with the kebab logo and the kebabi name, Midspian Motorsports. The vehicle can enter you right now in the driver's tour. Congratulations for winning the Falke Rally this year. Congratulations. And now we have the glorious winners, Lenis and Nwabwa. They have requested me to stand, that they are able to stand beside me. So congratulations to the winners of the podium sitters, everyone who tried to race. Thank you for coming to the Falke Rally. Congratulations to everyone, etc., etc., etc. Thank you, comrades. Now we need some quotes for the winners. So, winners, how was it winning the Falke Rally? We're going under attack, man. What is this? No. Go. Move the camera away. Right, one moment. What was that? This is... I'm not sure if we're able to hold the rally here any moment later. So... Okay, can we turn the camera back? I think we can, yeah. Okay, turn the camera back, camera back. Okay, perfect. So... Any quotes to say for your victory in the Falke Rally? Is there anything you want to say to the crowd, to all the viewers at home, in Finland and in Latvia? Is there anything you want to say? Is there anything you want to say? To the viewers at home. I'm sure we can do this. See, moi mutsi. Ignore the gunshots. I'm sure they are not very dangerous. Wait, one moment. No. What are these noises? Stop firing! Stop! No, this is gang violence visible on here right now. This is extremely disappointing from the people trying to protect us. Permitting such gang violence here. Either way, we can continue. So, okay, congratulations. We can hopefully get everyone, all of us, back on stage for the final moments, at least. Hopefully, we can keep it peaceful from now. So, please rise for the national anthem of Latvia. I'm sure it's going to play the intro now. Come on, Latvia anthem. Anyone. No one's going to play it, I'm going to sing it myself. I have yet to sing this. So set the Latvia flags, please, for Latvian drivers. I'm gonna sing for my heart if no one else gonna sing. Latvia and lyrics. Okay. Let's back up. I'm sure we can get the anthem playing on stage. Okay. Turns out we do not have the Latvian national anthem, so we will have to find the national anthem of Latvia and hopefully play it any moment now. Also get the Latvian flag, anthems, So now we have idiot. Latvijas valsts himna, kur ir? Latvia. This is a serious coordinator failure. It's clear the organizer are unable to provide the national anthem of the winning drivers. This is stupid. But I'm sure we can find it anyway now. Latvia. Finally, we got something. And I can finally play to you the beautiful words. Where is it? You know what? Actually, I have a perfect moment. I have a record player right here, right now, that has the national anthem of Latvia. So let me connect all this garbage stuff, all its wires. So I connect everything up. Yeah. To my record player and stuff. I have a very nice recording indeed. 1990. I know cables. Perfect. So no click. Hit it, click, no click. Let's hit the screen as well. Here we go. Latvijas Republikas valsts himna on vinyl. So, instrumental side should be playing. Here we find the cables connecting. If I have them, I might just. So, I show my record player right here. Please rise for the national anthem of Latvia. That's it. I'm sure you guys heard Latvia. Close this advertisement. So the record player can now be put away. Check out vaccines. Please keep patience while we get the camera ready. It's possible to do that stuff. So now we can money for this. Either way, we're ready. So, please rise for the national anthem. Please keep standing for the national anthem of Latvia. I mean Finland. So, finish it, please. Here we are. Finish like prepared because our organizers don't want to experiment with me. Apologize. So, let's get the channel. Come on. Don't worry about it. This is exactly what happens when people don't want to organize their stuff. Because of safety. Whatever.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally, please, please, thank you for the patience, everyone. Rise for the national anthem of Finland. And please keep standing for the last time. Please keep standing for the last time for the national anthem of the people who made this car. Japan. Give me God. Where is it? No, not this one. No, no. There's everything you want, put what you want. I understand. Here we are. No, we're not there. Now we are. Well, I guess I have nothing left to wait for everyone here. Let's see if we are ready for the best moment there is. Expert medals. So now let's finally get on. What do we need to do? Do not spray it yet. No, don't spray. Stop. Anyway, the fine rose water is none other than the peaceful supreme rose water produced in the Lugan and People's Republic, nowhere else. It's very nice stuff. So, without further ado, I guess we're ready. We are ready for the totally non-alcoholic rose water.